Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of this training series. We are going straight on to legs. We're missing out shoulders and arms, but that will come in the next video. So what we do before every session is take the pre-workout. I'm taking non-stim pre-workout today because I'm giving myself a break and I'm having an energy drink because caffeine and I have an addiction. Anyway, we're gonna take a scoop of this to the dome. Are we ready? Just like before, and we're gonna wash it down with the energy drink. So this will give us all the benefits of, pumps like L-citrulline, beta-alanine, all that good stuff, and energy for this. These are energy drinks, actually really good. We ready? Ready? Hopefully this will go better than last time. It's quite nice actually. It like bubbled up because this was fizzy. Brilliant. Anyway. Whoa, right. Let's go train some legs.
You're on candid camera.
Alright, so we just got to the gym. I'm wearing the new Alpha Elite long sleeve tops because the rule is when you train legs, you've got to wear long sleeves because obviously the pump is not there anymore, so the makes the legs look bigger. Should we go with that? Yeah. Anyway, what we need is a belt, and that is it. Because we're going to do supersets today. I'm thinking quad, hamstring, quad. A lot of quad dominant stuff because I don't actually want to improve my glutes anymore. Because I'm trying to take away as much as I can because of the apparent shelf which I'm creating.
Which does not look that bad. Hang on. Oh, what the fuck? Where's your butt gone?
Oh. Anyway,
it's gone.
I've got a big butt. So yeah, we're going to train. It's going to be a good one. I will do a commentary over explaining everything that we're doing. And yeah, let's create some pain. Let's do it. Right, so before every session, I always like to start off with the cross trainer. I like to hit 100 calories on here. In the shortest amount of time as possible, making sure that I'm not absolutely dying, but it normally takes around 5 minutes. So onto our first superset, because everything today was superset again. High volume, high intensity. We did front squat into step back lunges. Now I have my heels elevated here as I'm trying to really focus on driving through with the quads. Also allows you to get slightly deeper if you've got inflexibility in the calves. It's a great exercise. I always like to say that if you're doing squats, try and incorporate front squats. It may be uncomfortable at first, but it's a great addition for your core and just overall gets you stronger. So with the exact same weight, I hit 10 reps of step back lunges, 10 in total, so that's actually 5 on each leg. This was an absolute killer. Going with the same weight and doing the legs individually, it was very, very tough on the central nervous system, and you'll see after this set how much it actually took a toll. And I'll show you my last set on how, it's there, I nearly lost it there, and how it's actually so much about your mental determination compared to actually just pushing through with your muscles. Oh no. I'm 3 sets in and I'm dying. Training legs like this means you don't really have to do that much cardio. I mean, I do Metcon, but training like this means your calories can just stay high and absolutely ruins you. Right, one more set. So I just wanted to show you guys the last set here. This is my 4th set. Everything today was 4 sets. Again, this was an absolute struggle. I like to use overhand grip because the standard where you have your elbows up. I can't actually do it because the inflexibility in my arms. But the fatigue here, my body is saying no, my mind's saying no, but you just got to keep pushing. Form starts to break as I start to hunch over, but you just push through and you get through those last few reps. This is where you grow. This is why most people don't see the results that they get in the gym because they don't know how to push themselves. Those last few reps, those last few ones where you dig and you drive, that's where you grow. That's when you grow mentally, and that's where you grow physically. So this last step of step back lunges drained my soul. I've never been more exhausted in a session for a very long time. But as you can see, I am dripping with sweat already. This shirt gets absolutely ruined by the end of the session. Here I'm like, my body and my mind is screaming, you've got to give up. My back's burning, like probably not doing much good, but I just wanted to get it through. You've got to prove to yourself, and the feeling and the endorphins you get after finishing such a hard set, it's second to none. And there we go. Right, so after recovering from that, I did hack squat. Now, hack squat is my favorite exercise, but I don't actually like this one. This is a leverage squat. I feel this so much in my glutes, and I'm really trying not to put any emphasis on them. But again, I still managed to drive quite well through the quads. So what we're doing here is 10 to 12 reps on here. Again, everything is 4 sets, and then we supersetted this with hamstring curl. Again, I'm not trying to go too low on these. Again, focusing as much as I can on the quads, and then straight away, once you finish that, you're walking over to the hamstring curl and performing 12 reps. I want my leg stance to be quite wide, so the same as I was doing the hack squat, and trying to point your toes outwards, because what I find that does, it actually allows for greater contraction in the hamstrings. So next time you're on a hamstring curl, try and point your toes out like you're tiptoeing, and you'll feel much more of a contraction on your hamstrings rather than your standard grip. So moving on to the next superset, we did leg press. This was 15 reps, high repetitions, again 4 reps, trying to kind of lean forward, because when I lean forward, I find that I feel it again more in my quads. You're pushing through. We're trying not to lock out. I'm trying not to rest at the top, just pushing through. And as you can see, it absolutely drains your soul. And then as soon as that was done, we supersetted this with cable goblet squat. So this was actually a new one for me. I don't do it that often, but I found it a really good tension on my quads. Yes, if you do have lower back problems, this may be a slight problem, as it did put a lot of tension on my lower back. So if you have any lower back pain, I wouldn't advise doing it with the cable. And if you can, just do it with the dumbbell. This is soul draining. You feel great afterwards. Now on to the last superset finally. I did leg extension 1.5s. So what you're doing, you're coming all the way up, half the way down, then you're pulsing again, and then you go all the way back down, and that's 1. So this is really good for the peak contraction, and it is an absolute killer. It's an amazing pump. You get an amazing contraction in the quads, and I feel when your legs are pretty fatigued and just exhausted after a session, rather than going super heavy, this is a really good finisher just to help flush all the blood into the quads and just finish on a high note. And then I finished with calves. Yes, I do train calves, but as you can see, they don't react very well. I mean, all they seem to do is grow an extra vein or something like that. I have very vascular calves, but they're not very large, and I don't mind. I accept it. But anyway, that pretty much wraps up the workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like it, share, subscribe. I'll probably say this again in the next clip. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and I'll be sure to respond. So, got 3 more sets of that, and then I'm done. I'll speak to you when I pull my breath back. And that's leg day. Supersets, overload, drop sets, but this is how I like to train. Honestly, I don't advise that, again, like in my previous, like I said in my previous video, I don't advise that kind of training to everyone and all the time, but it's just how I like to train. It makes you feel really, really good, you feel great. At least your head's a bit messed up, but we're all good, and now I'm gonna go home, die. Hope you liked the video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.